All right. Everything's good now. Apologize for that delay. On here. Okay. So we tried to start the stream and YouTube wouldn't let me go live. Streaming software was running just fine and YouTube was reacting to the fact that it was getting a stream, but it just got stuck in pre-stream mode and wouldn't go to give me a go live button and nothing, and I just shut everything down and restarted it all. And hey, like working. So I do apologize for that little delay there, but I think we're good to go now. So I had to close everything out. Stop clicking on the wrong window. We'll gotta stop it. All right, that one. There's title bars. Guido get overlapping, and you click the wrong one, and the wrong thing comes to the front. All right, everything's good. Excellent. I was up and running, ready to go, and just hit the button, and then nothing happened. So, okay. Last stream, our intent was to go beyond the dome, which literally was the title. You know, it was what's beyond the dome, and then it took us the entire stream to get there. Because of it's not a complaint, right? It was content that had been added between where we had seen before in our previous playthrough and up to the point that we're at now, which is the dome is where we ended the original playthrough, or the most recent playthrough, a year and a half ago. That was the end of the content. So I didn't anticipate all the new stuff they had put in between, which is fantastic. It definitely livened up the world more. But last stream got us to where I thought we were going to be past. Hole in the dome button. And my back is turned for a reason to the new train. So what's beyond the dome, right? As what we were hoping to discover last stream. We're going to discover it today. We don't know how long the stream is going to be. That's just the way it is. I don't know how much content is past the dome. So we might have a full stream worth. We might have 20 minutes worth. I don't know. If it's only 20 minutes worth, I do have a backup plan for something to do, just, to kill time. That is not related to this game, but we'll address that if that becomes a thing. So, at the end of last stream, I mentioned that I was going to redesign the train. And if you watched the video that I released about the secrets in the game, because I went back and the things that we didn't discover during the earlier streams, that were like, something's not right here, I went back and discovered them and made a video about it. I also took the time to redesign the train. So, the new train is... That's the back of it. Ta-da! New train. It's been a couple weeks since you've seen it, so I don't expect you to really, to leap out to you what's different about it. Before, the front car was 2 stories entirely. Let me run to the other side, get a little bit better visibility. It's storming out, so we lost some of our light. So the front car was originally a solid 2 stories. Our controls were on the 2nd story up front. And then this was 1 story. I don't even think it was full. Like, I don't think the whole thing was a complete car. And it had the material collector on it. And I think it had maybe 1 solar panel. We had a couple solar panels up there. And we didn't even have the 3rd car. Like, I think we just plugged that on the end towards the end of the last stream. Full redesign. Well, almost full redesign. It is so much nicer now. Love this train. It is so awesome. I got to give it, put through its paces while I was doing the video. I want to give you a tour of it real quick before we go tour the dome. I've moved the controllers to the ground floor. So now we get the nice, ground level look at the tracks. When you're moving across a surface, closer you are to the ground, the faster it looks. So you get the high-speed track kind of appearance now. Also, it makes it easier to react to, plants or something that are on the side of the road. We can hit the brakes, and we can get in and out more quickly. We have doors on the side now instead of at the back where the stairs were. So it's a lot easier to get in and out and to react to things. It's safer because more material for things to shoot through get to me, which has already been tested 2 or 3 times trying to do the previous video. Let's... Okay. So the downstairs is now our driving platform. It's nice, cleaned up in here. We have some interior lights. The previous upstairs that was our driving area has been redesigned a little bit. I kept the growing area up here, largely because I didn't want to move these stupid tables. It was a pain to set this up, but also it gave this area a purpose. So I left that here. We got the same sidewalking area that we had before. What used to be our track area, or our control area, is now a nice little balcony that we can sit out on while we're driving and watch around, which is nice. A fancy little door. Look at this. Cool. Yeah. Unlocked some stuff. This is still the same. Ignore the damage. I've been under a lot of attack getting to and from. But, you know, the weapon's still up here. No longer have the solar panels up here. They're not crowded anymore. We have a dedicated area to them now. We have a nice little crosswalk to them. So this is nice. It's nice dedicated. And we have a hatch, which I'm going to show you from the other side. Drop down. Normally how we would approach things. Little door. Nice, clean interior now. There's room to move around. I managed to put the batteries up on the wall. There was a trick I found by accident where I could, if I had something else here, I had engines here when I was trying to move everything around to rebuild. I found that with the engines in the way, I could put these on top of the engine, but they're actually against the wall. Normally I can't put them up on the wall, but this is cool. So I got them up off the ground. We have our refined fission thing. I actually went ahead and unlocked and built a solid storage for them. So we're no longer getting radiated. Brought the fission thing inside, which makes sense, right? Because if we're in trouble or running out of power, and like there's a storm, before we had to run out into the weather and all that stuff. So now it's all contained. I can get in here, pop, get ourselves some more emergency power. That's working out great. Now here's the next cool thing, the final car. So it's like in a passenger train car, right? It's still, look at the little lane off to the side. You have compartments, but in this case, we have the engines. Have their own little compartment, a little window we can look at them. Go in the compartment, we can even use it as a pass-through. So from the outside, you can see the engines. Isn't that nice and cool? We got the regular door there. You can see these are thin doors. We've unlocked those. So they're a little safe in there. And now nothing's exposed to the weather, so nothing's going to deteriorate over time. And this feels like a passenger train car with the layout. I love this. It works out so well. Strategic windows. And finally, we have a balcony on the back that allows us to control our material collector. Oh, this is super cool. I love this the setup. Let's look at the little slanted windows. There's a lot of little details in it. But this is the new train. There's actually some painting done on it. You can't tell because the whole point to the paint job is to make things blend that wouldn't otherwise blend. One more thing I wanted to show you. Everything we unlocked. Little door thingy hatch. In case we need to get up here to do repairs or whatnot. So that's just, I love it. I love the train. Came out very nice. Okay, we need to quickly scour this the dome. We didn't get to the dome last time. You know, we ended when we got here. I think we were pretty late. So we just didn't. I'm like, you know what? Let's save the exploration for this stream. I like this room with this. Nice design, right? Hey, blueprint. MRIs. Mind if I do? Another one? More MRIs, a sticker. So stickers are a thing that we can apply to our trains as decals. I know we haven't done any of those. I did it in a previous stream. I like the train the way it is. I don't feel like it needs decals at the moment. Though for completeness, I probably should show you what the decals are. And we have unlocked. I don't know what they are, but we have unlocked what are probably rare stickers because I solved a couple of puzzles on the previous episode thing that I posted, the puzzle solving episode, and we found a couple of stickers. Not only a sticker in the mountain lab that we finally found the way to, but there was a puzzle in the mountain lab that I had to solve, which was a ridiculous puzzle, by the way. Doesn't make any sense. Neither of the puzzles in the game contextually make sense. So the first puzzle, we had found, in the first big station, we had found a room in the downstairs that we could see in the window. We could see there was a blueprint in there. We couldn't figure out how to get into the locked door because there was nothing on the pad. And not only finding the code to get into it was not only was it a puzzle to find where it was, but the code itself is a puzzle. Yeah, they need to have these already disconnected so we have a reason to come in here and turn things on just so we can push buttons. And it was just like, from a game mechanic, I don't have a problem with it. Give us kind of puzzles to solve. That's fine, you know. The puzzle in this case should have just been, how do I find the pad that has the code on it, which was we leapt from the solar array over a distance that we should not be able to make onto a roof and found the pad that has the information that we did not. But the pad didn't have the code. It had a puzzle in it that someone had taken the time to write that didn't make any sense. You know, in order for us to find the 4 digits, we had to count the number of chairs in the room and things like that, which, like, so if we understand that right, a person who worked there previously, one of the you know, lab assistants or whatever, locked their room, changed the code on it, and instead of memorizing the code for their access, they went to a room upstairs that there's no staircase to, counted the amount of chairs in the room and the amount of sofas and the amount of doors, and more ridiculously, the amount of cups on the table. So they had to trust that no one was going to take one of the cups or leave another one behind, and they changed their lock to all of those things. And left it there for someone else to find. Specifically, hey, if you want in my office, you need to count these things. So they're trying to, that's what they're selling us on, that somebody did that consciously. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. I don't mind solving a puzzle, but, you know, make its existence make sense. It's just weird. They're really nice rooms. I think I remember the armory being like that from the previous stream, but these things, this feels more detailed than before. I feel like they've upgraded these models, and we know that they have in other areas. They may have, oh, a basement. Oh, I really don't remember. Well, no, actually, I kind of remember a basement. Maybe? I think there, yeah, I remember the door opening and closing on its own. We can't run because we're encumbered, by the way. So this probably is the same, because I remember there being a basement. Ooh, dense material. Good. We can use that to make another one of the containers for fizz-out material. Bunch of extra monitors. This is a good storage room. This looks like a place where a mission would store all their junk. We are max to the max on the fissile material we can carry in the storage. So whenever I find raw material, I have to refine it immediately. And there's no room for the waste product. So we need to build another storage. So I'm glad that the dense material is the key component to it. Which we can manufacture those, but kind of after building the train out, we're kind of low on our regular materials, and it takes, I think, five regular material to make a dense material. Okay. We open this door. There was a flashing light there. I want to wait. Probably another puzzle. I think I saw a flashing light. Yeah, see that? Is that triggering something else? But the second puzzle had to do with a flashing light. It was even more ridiculous. There was a light that was like it was shorting out like this. And it turned out that it was Morse code for unlocking another. I'm sorry, spoilers. Spoilers, I should have said that ahead of time. Watch the video if you need. Point is that it was a ridiculous puzzle, okay? It was a ridiculous puzzle. Somebody set a code to something that was ridiculous. A lot of time standing in that room before I figured out what was out of place. And then more time figuring out what it meant. Alright. I'm looking to see if there's anything, because probably nothing to interact with, right? I don't know if that door can even be opened, to be fair. Like the other two puzzles we solved, we knew they could be solved. Yeah, there was a door with a code lock on it, for example. That thing downstairs might just be a label on a. I mean, it implies that it's a door that could be opened. Maybe it can be, so we'll keep an eye out for stuff. A light that blinked 3 times and then the air door opened, so maybe that's coordinating with something else. Our inventory under control. So hopefully I haven't been on mute all this time because I just looked over to mute myself when I cough and pressing the button, it was or wasn't. I suspect there's another thing that could trigger my mute because every now and then I look over and it's muted. I'm not going to assume that I've been muted all this time and repeat everything I've said. One in chat can always tell me when. All right, but we have explored this entire place. And we are ready to move on. Double check up here. Let's check the, check the timer. 8 minutes till next storm. Okay, I don't think we want to wait on that. Let's put up some. While we're here, that burns energy. And make some soup real quick before we go. Side with the biogen. Right there. So we could unlock and make these ourselves now. While this is going, let's actually take a look. We have 20 blueprints. It's very nice. Under power, we're going to have the wind turbines, which would not be bad to have. It would supply power in a storm, whereas right now we lose all of our solar power generation. I don't think I care about the icicle and its ammo fab. 170 weight. Like right now, we do fine with our rapid burst. Fabricator wouldn't be terrible. Biogen would not be terrible. Battery charger would not be terrible, but I mean, we have so many and we'll never run out. I would like to have the cloning thing, which is our saver, the buying scanner. Weather screen. Let's just go ahead and unlock this right now. I want this. It'll require a screen and smart material. Okay. And of course the forecast antenna. We need 3 smart material and a screen. Outdoor light wouldn't be bad to have. All light, okay. So we're at the point to where we've got our mission critical stuff. So we can start having some luxury expenditures on the blueprints. I don't think we have a screen. Tech scrap, smart material. We need 4 tech scraps and 1 regular material. We don't have a screen in here. I think we need 2 electronic components. Our inventory, cartridge, ammo. I said we needed 4 tech scrap. No, we need 4 smart material. And we got too much tech scrap, but you know what? We'll keep it honest. Put it back. 5 smart material. Oh, let's just take them all. Let's check and see if I got the used battery on me. Did I put the batteries here or did I put them at the other location? Okay, they were here. All right, so they're not lost. Good. I thought we need more of them, but thing. Yeah, when we leave stuff behind. Or one. Let's soup. Unless we have a drink on us that we found, we do. Those first. Alright, we need screen. I don't need to be sprinting around using up stamina. I think we're going to be stuck here until the end of the next storm. Just so we're taking time to enhance our train. Module. Other? No. Where was it? 5? By screen. Oh, it's a... I thought it'd be a screen, you know, like in the... on the things. All right, that's fine. That's okay. Well, right below the heater. The heater's in its way. All right, fine. We'll put it over here. I assume this is going to tell us nothing because we don't have a antenna. The current temperature, at least. Oh yeah, here's storm starting. We put this inside. It feels like an outside thing. But if we put it outside, then it can take damage. I'm just gonna, out of curiosity, see if this actually works. I mean, if it's talking to a satellite, yeah, I can stay inside. All right. I mean, I use GPS on my phone. I don't have to hang it out the window. So no argument there. I don't think I want it where it's at, though. That doesn't feel right. I mean, like right there, it's probably fine. Oh, that's good. Good with that. Okay. Next storm in 1 minute. Yeah, we're gonna wait out the storm. Okay. Let's unlock wind turbines. I think we had that luxury. Although I'm pretty sure they take rotary blades, and I don't think we have those. Before we burn our blueprint. I would like to get a fabricator on the train, if anything, so that I can make smart material for repairs when we get in trouble. Well, we can make heating rods. I didn't think we could. Okay, so we'd have to unlock blades. So it takes 7 blueprints. What are we at? 15. Is that 8 blueprints? I would like to get some internal things going on. We're pretty good about avoiding the storms when we're outside. Plus we have the fission generator. We can that in an emergency. I would like to have a fabricator. We wouldn't use it very often, but as an emergency and we're stuck out in nowhere, it's not a bad idea. Plus it's a prerequisite for other things we might want it. So let's go ahead and get that. Mechanical part, electronic component. Or material. I think we use up all of our electronic components. did. Don't have mechanical parts either. Grab a few things that are probably going to be needed. Oh, we're out of smart material other than what we got on us. We got plenty of material on us, but let's grab a few more. I want to be ready to go when the storm passes. Mechanical part and electronic component. Sure, that's right. And we're gonna need another smart material. Okay. Mechanical part, electronic component. Make sure we have 2 smart material when we're done. Part, right, component, we need smart material for that. Okay. I think that covers us for all of our stuff. We'll walk away from it. Perfect. Well, that's big boy. Now look at it. So I think we should put it in here, right? This is where our storage is. What is it facing? I'm gonna move this. Oh, I can't get through. All right. I think I just kind of want this out of the way. Get material. Craft. That's good. That's gonna be nice to have that out in the field. Probably move that back over here. That's okay. I know where it is. We can craft these and throw them straight in. Alright, I think we're set to move forward. I'm not gonna bother with the biogen. And so like having this here now, this makes us technically 100% independent of a station. Because this can let us build, like if we want to unlock the biogens while we're on the road, we can use that to get the materials, you know, to build the advanced materials to actually use the biogen. Or to build the biogen. So things like that. That's, you know, the key component. So let's save before we leave. Double checking real quick that we checked this side thoroughly. Okay. Storm's passing. Perfect timing. Let's go find new content. After I probably have some inventory management to do. Starting to feel like a real train, isn't it? I literally just said I need not materials. Oh, I need to charge batteries too. Goodness. All right, I think our inventory is fine. As it. Get our batteries and go. Good. Finished. I feel guilty when I do that. Complaining about how long it takes those take. Because I specifically mentioned way back to the developers that when they reduced it from a minute to 30 seconds, that was unnecessary. I'm like, come on, we're already there forever anyway. You know, give them. Don't need to be that impatient. You know, give them an excuse to go do something else while they're waiting on it to charge. Okay. Turn off our lights. Try to get a running start while we're still drawing power from the station. Into the unknown. Oh. Brakes. Got a head start and then immediately needed to stop. But see, this is what I was talking about. Having it on the ground floor is easier for me to just bail on it. Maybe I should have backed it. Wait, I made this whole deal about going full tilt to get all the speed up we could while we're using the power of the station, and then had to slam the brakes immediately. That backfired. Right here. I've debated on making an opening here. You know, walking out, but for now I'm leaving it safe. Like we got doors. So I'm gonna not go through all the doors. I did that. Away. Shadow breeze. I love the design, the new layout of this. Like, all right, I don't think we're gonna have to stop anytime soon. Kind of come out here and enjoy this. Hey, before we would climb up on the roof. Good grief. All shadow breeze. More over there. But I'm not going to back up. I mean, I know we're growing our own plants now, but effectively free energy. And it's nice to stop at locations, that aren't just stations. Enjoy the environment. In fact, you kind of, have to think, did they place these strategically so we would stop, look for other things in the area? Now, we've already been along this track. So we've been up to that state, to that splitter junction. First time when we went the other path, that's where we got up to. We got up to that junction, turned around back around, but we reversed all the way back to the previous junction, and then took it, which led us to the dome. So we've been to that juncture. We haven't been anywhere past it. That's the literal farthest point we've ever been. And when we're there, I want to make sure that it's, in case we have to come back, I want to make sure the splitter is turned to take us back to the dome, not the other route. In case we need to back up for some reason. I think right now it's got to go the other way. Yes. Already looted. Yeah, it's already looted. There we go. You know, in case we're in a bad storm or something and we need to rush back to a safe harbor. The bubble is the closest thing we've got. That's more shadow breeze. I'm gonna look over the hill real quick. Now there is a location that we know of that we haven't been able to find a way to. It was a, we went on an underpass and there was a rail going over us with what looked like a station of some sort on top of it. We never, like, we thought that when we switched tracks we would end up on up top of it. We never did. And while I was been down there, did go through a tunnel once, maybe? Oh, right there it is. So yeah, we've been down. So okay, so we went through that. We went through that tunnel. All right. It looks like we're going to meet up with it now. I was gonna say, there's a station under it that we've been to, and when I went back to do the, you know, finding stuff for the video that I published, I tried to find a way to climb up to it and could not find a way. Oh, we're charged back up already. Nice. More drinks. I'm gonna grab 4 more Shadow Breeze. I think that we're gonna, I'm speculating we're gonna spin around and we're gonna end up at that thing. Like right now. We can make some drinks while we're there. I'll hold off getting more Shadow Breeze in case we find some along the way. Heavy drones, watch out. You're approaching heavy drones. Oh, great. They're very resistant to energy shells from rapid bursts. So this is the you know, not the carrot, but the stick to get us to use the other technology. Right there. Oh, look, that's a thing that we can go up to. It's got... Fine, I was gonna go away. I've got lots of energy. You might be resistant to it, but if I can hit you, I've got the energy to use. My goodness, they aren't kidding about his resilience. We've seen these, the corpses of these before. At other locations. What side of the train did he die on? Probably not that one. Yeah, we've seen these before. Icicle ammo. It's almost as if they expect you killed them with an icicle, and therefore you found some of the ammo stuck in them. They've been walking around with one stuck in his face. storm's coming. Have a lot of energy on that fight. Let's try to get access to this thing right here. I don't want to go too far forward in case there's another one of those drones. Right there's a building there. It's like a rocket. Yes. Cool. This is... Oh. This is how they're bringing the drones down or something like that. Right? It's like the whole rocket's bringing just one drone? Holding it by the arms? A little excessive for a drone. Super cool, though. You'd think something bigger would be in that, wouldn't you? So maybe we're going to have to consider getting icicle. Fine. I mean, we have all the materials. Haven't burnt the blueprints for it. We're gonna try to get to that real quick. So yeah, that's I think the bridge base looking up at. Let's get over there real quick before this storm starts. Minutes. We're doing okay on power at the moment. That looks like material. Oh yeah, that's gonna be fissile material to shoot. Remember the material guns at the back of the train. Being regular material. Probably haven't got any raw missile. I'm not mad about getting regular material. Alright. An odd number does not do us any good. Fortunately, we now have a place to put this. Well, I'm not gonna worry about that until we get indoors, because I have to get out and open that. Oh, I didn't want to stop. Oh, weather coming. That door doesn't open. I don't know how to open it because there's no way around the edge of the. Okay. Well, it'd be nice to have an external light at this point, wouldn't it? Oh, this is already cool. Check this out. I'm gonna preemptively clear some inventory space. But I don't have any smart material, do I? That's alright. We can make one. Look at that. Making our first thing inside our train. Why is it sometimes they're backwards? All right. So there's no complex here to explore, right? It's just the station. A blueprint. Find fissile. Crap. Turn on. Circuit board, nice. Find fissile. We're never going to use all this tech scrap. So much of it. Like the smart material we use all the time. I did not get more breeze. This feels kind of like being in an airport terminal during a snowstorm, wondering if is it going to pass? Are we going to be able to fly out? Real. New story stuff. This is a big bridge. I can see almost everything from up here. It's such a view. Near the railway, I found another note from my unseen friend, Court. Okay, I don't know who Court is. I don't remember him being mentioned previously. But then again, we really haven't been reading the exposition since they changed the format of it on this. I stood up here looking out over the valleys. It breaks my heart seeing our beautiful home swallowed up by ice. We always knew that glint, our star, was dimming. We knew that the dying light would eventually freeze everything, but seeing it happen so fast is heartbreaking. That's interesting. So, glint is being caused by the light, the sun going out. I guess the star itself is dying, so apparently that's new to him too. All right, while we're up here, let's go ahead and do it. Carries over there. Okay, I think we're going to need to build a icicle. The nearby control room, I found. Why is the I not capitalized? Found old data log. Complete cargo shipment. Blah blah blah. No biological contraband detected. Clear for passage. Interesting. So it's just a checkpoint. Arms ending. Sprint around a little bit here. I can still run. Now we cannot. Like I'm still in run mode. Blueprint, yay. We have no use about, yeah, okay. Merger. Storage. We always like buildings labeled storage. More circuit boards. Electron component. Very nice. I love advanced components. Seeds that we don't need. Organic soil that we don't need. Not gonna leave them behind. We're not going to pull out just yet because I think we need to be able to defend ourselves. Not going to worry about the ammo fabricator just yet. I assume we're going to need a weapon ship. All right, get everything we need. Found a electronic component that was very convenient. A big boy, look at it. It's pretty menacing, isn't it? Now, I imagine I'm going to have a clean enough line of sight to use it. Given that everything we fire at's mostly up. I mean, I know that guy was just on the ground. Little jerk he was. We'll check the line of sights on it. Right. We're gonna make some drinks before we leave, so they're not taking up the inventory space up here. Out of space. Nope. Not move. Transfer our big kits up. Bottom of my inventory? They did. That. Kind of nice when you use a storage enough that you know where all the odd things are at. Circuit boards, that's nice. I'm going to daringly not unlock and build the ammo thing. We got 32 shots from the icicle already, plus our energy gun. So if we run out, I can switch to the energy gun, and then later we can address that if we need to. Side had the right up there. Make a bunch of canned drinks and then get out of here. Daddle. So we've been along this already. Oh, goodness. Did we not loot everything up here? My obsessive compulsion to check chests has revealed something. Seriously, how do we get through here and not... I wonder about myself. Sometimes I get a little worried about what goes on in my brain. Oh, I'm gonna go charge the battery. Don't worry about it. Let's get ourselves unencumbered and get the heck out of here. No rhyme or reason to when this decides to be facing the wrong direction. No, I'll hang on to the one smart scrap. I'm sure there's something for us to repair at some point. Oh, nope, nope. I can't jump to line this up. Fine, stay where you're at. See if I care. All right, clear to travel. Put all of our soup away because we'll use energy drinks. So I'm gonna walk up there. Oh. Well, that's annoying. Our energy guns on the back our wrapper is on the back. I assume I can't reach it. Well, let's go inspect it first. How's this for, you know, subtlety for, hey, if you haven't built this equipment yet? I mean, not very subtle. So this is going to be an exercise in futility. Yep. Fine. Now, originally when I had this design in mind for this train, when I did the redesign, I originally envisioned this being right here. There, you know, just the front of the train, stop when you see something and boop, 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 boop. But then I remembered that back when we first started using it, we kept hitting our head on it because of this. I don't want this here when I'm trying to do these things. So that's why this ended up not being on the front of the train. Now, we wouldn't have had rails here, obviously. But that's why it didn't end up on the front of the train. Now, I'm not really sure where to put this because of the ability from here. Yeah, I can go out further. Now back it up one. There we go. Where I want it. Two minutes to the next storm. Okay, so. We're waiting out the storm. While we're waiting out the storm. And charge our battery. Now let's see here. 8 blueprints. That means I don't think there's anything we want to unlock with only 8 blueprints. In case we find ourselves in a situation where we, just really need this ammo fabricator. I mean, the other thing I would like, again, would be the biogen. I'd like to have that. Don't need the recycler. That reminds me, I thought we had a dense material on us. Used it. So there's the base down there I was talking about. I tried really hard to find a way up this slope. There's also, can't see it from here, there's some shadow breeze down here that I missed. Like 3 plants. But during my several attempts to get up this mountain, I had to reload a few times doing dumb stuff trying to make it up over the mountain. And on the final reload, I forgot to get the shadow breeze. You can see them, they're literally right below us. Arm's turning. Spare battery. Found another one. All right, you got 4 minutes. Welcome if you got them. I like having this on here. I would like for the option to have it been a monitor, like here in the locations. But I like having it. But I'm not mad that it's down here. Like, I just like for it to be an option. We don't need it right now, but the power. Fine. I'm trying to think of things I can do while I'm here. You know what I can do is look for anything that is just bad shape that we didn't know about from attacks. Like we just against that big drone. A few things need a little bit of repairs, but unless it's below half, that's close to half. We'll take that. I'm not really sure what he was shooting at, to be honest. Oh. That bad boy is in bad shape. Let's take care of that. Have no smart material. Fine. We can solve that. Anything else obvious? Durability 0. Yeah, that needs repaired. Oh, we're not getting any solar power out of that. I don't know why I jumped down here when I literally have a hatch right there. Train's a little bit beat up, but Horizon's in pretty good shape. Little nicks and dings here and there that we could repair, but we got all the things that were really damaged. Yeah, I think we're fine. All of our power with a flashlight on. All right, 15 minutes to the next door. And we have now this big bad boy. Oh, what? That. Oh, it's not loaded either. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that was. I saw what, like, those look like something that we could salvage. I feel like we just missed something. Like, I mean, I could see everywhere around us. It wasn't like our vision was restricted. I don't know what the heck that was. But before we move forward, I want to stop anyway because gun, no ammo. I don't know how much. I haven't used the icicle since like the first publication of the game. um, we need to figure out what's going to take to load it. Oh yeah, I'm going to assume we can't load it from our inventory from here. There's no reload weapon option. Fine. Get up on the roof. Interact. There we go. Okay. Fully loaded. I want to see if those over there are just rocks or if there's a thing that we can mine. Oh yeah, there's a missile. Oh. Are those more? Let's stop radiating ourselves. Like the plan, right? Oh, no, no, no. That's not where those go. Oh, wow, I got 4 out of there. More material. Come on. Whew. Ammo. Go back up just a little bit more. I want to see if that other thing is another pump. From here. I think I solved that. I'm gonna say no. Get out of here. So in a long time ago, galaxy far away, I built a space train in Space Engineers, and it was a lot like this. I had the connected cars like that. And what I do miss is I had sensors that the doors would open automatically for me. Walk up to them and there'd be a sensor in the ceiling that would sense my coming and open the door. bush. It was a really cool space train. Problem with space engineers is that there's no point to the game. There's just no goal. It's just an engine. A really well put together engine that does amazing things, but it's just an engine. Get into space, and then there's just no reason to be in space. Great, I can go mine asteroids of materials that I already mined while I was on the planet. I think only one unique resource in space, like platinum or something like that. Which, ironically, you need to get into space. So you end up jetpacking your way out of the atmosphere, and finding asteroids just in person with bottles of oxygen on you. So you bring it back down to the planet so you can build the engine to get the ship up into space to mine the material. Yeah, there's some notes. Very cool game. Alright, no fists on that. Find that. Oh. They're rocks, just like the other ones. I'm a little weary of all of the fissile material they're suddenly giving us. You know, you know from playing any kind of RPG or anything like that, that if you find a room full of health potions and ammo, the next room is gonna be a boss fight. And that's what this is starting to feel like. Can I jump? I can jump, okay. There we go. I wanted to do. It'd be nice if we could build high capacity chests. I mean, at least we can stack them, right? My last battery that I have on me. We have a whole chest full of them, so it's not a danger here. They're not being sneaky and hiding a little cave out here, you know, like, oh, there's some shadow breeze. I recognize I'm on stream and I should probably just keep going. Like, you know, you play games and you get a little excessive about, a little obsessive, I guess, about collecting up stuff. Where did I see it? I don't know where it was at. We're past this. Where was it? I swear I saw Shadow Breeze. It was 3 pieces of shadow breeze. I think we're going to get caught in the storm anyway at this point. The engine should shut off if I leap out. I'm not crazy. Ah! We're going to test the theory. Please stop. Oh boy. Okay, that I'm immediately regretting that decision. Instant regret. It was at level 3 in reverse going downhill. Alright, so that was a successful test. Engine shut off, but brakes did not engage. Which, to be honest, I didn't really think the brakes would engage. But I had more, it had more speed up than I kind of gave it credit for. Didn't really register to me that we were going downhill. Oh, there's gonna be so if this is the same as before, right? There is one of the landing pods. That means we're probably gonna come up against another one of the big drones. Do journal entry. Drone. Shutting off the engine because of power conservation. If we're going to come into drones, we need to not be, we need to be generating power, not consuming power. Yep, here they come. Oh, and nighttime. Or storm at the same time. That's one of the big guys. Oh, that's another big guy. He's shooting at us, by the way. Where we are. At the front of the cab. Why am I hearing radiation? I assume that something rolled downhill. That's... yeah. So there's scrap out there that is radioactive. What we're going to do is we're going to back away from it. Okay. Just enough to get away from it. Yeah, he was shooting at us. That was our window right there. Trying to kill us. Very rude. Very rude. It's a good thing that we built the icicle, because was no way we were taking 3 of them out. All right, we're at a positive power gain, despite being heater on. That's good. I think they were trying to murder us. Very rude. That was a little hairy. It's a good thing that we fully loaded up the icicle. And I think it's an argument for our need to build a manufacturer of it. So you know what? While we're sitting here in the storm, let's spin those. Some of our last blueprints. Dense material, circuit board, smart material. Okay. I can't go into there to try to get that material right now because here's where our heater is. That's fine. That's fine. We couldn't really manufacture stuff right now anyway. We need the power. Although we're doing pretty good on power. And the fission generators out there in there as well. I just really don't like using it. I mean, it's plus 200 power per second, but it only lasts for a minute. You go through the material, and the lifespan of the material is just way too short. I would say we're gonna need dense material like circuit board. Yeah, circuit board, dense material, and more material. We can easily do all that. Then I'm guessing that's just like regular material to make ammo. One minute until it ends. Off now. We're recovering some energy. Back up. Warm back up. Reminds me of living back in Indiana. And getting in your car, you know, the heavy snowstorm, getting in your car. Oh, am I hearing radiation here? They're just sitting in there with the heater turned on, just going, please heat up, please heat up, please heat up. Okay, we're probably just near fissile material on the ground somewhere. There it was. That means we got fissile material in front of us, and we had some of it behind us. Any other material back here? Up here. It'd be kind of cool if we could just shoot this stuff with the material cannon. You know, I mean, we haven't tried. Can. Pull up a little bit. Need to find the lump in here that is fissile material. Oh, we got drones. Get incoming. That's awfully fast respawn. These guys we can handle, though. Okay, we gotta get... Look at this! Already right through the... Stop trying to... Oh, I don't have the material for it. Getting ready to. I'm gonna run back here real quick. Why can't I get in? That's weird. Because we're on the odd angle. Yeah, because we're on a ramp, so this isn't a straight up and down. I want to test this. Oh, it works! Weapon ship. Oh, look at that! I mean, it's not smarter than going out there because I'm using up energy. But like these guys way off in the distance, right? Super cool. I can't stop myself. I gotta do it. Oh, I can collect the shadow breeze! This is such a terrible use of energy. Alright, that's enough. That's enough. I'm radiating anyway. Alright, cool find. Careful not to go over encumber because we will not be able to get back up on there. 19 out of 30, okay. I want to repair my window real quick. Damage enough. I'm getting an exclamation point, which generally tells me there's drones in the area, but we don't have any on the radar at the moment. But before we move, I want to get our manufacturer for our ammo built because I think we're walking into a situation right now. Need smart and heck, and I got the circuit, I think, right? Oh, dense. That's easy. Yeah, we got the material for it. Feels weird being on the hill. I mean, this whole room is like I'm gonna slide to the back. I fell down. Wow, that's space. Get it down for now. It is bright too, goodness. I don't want to keep it here because this is awkward. But I'm going to leave it here for the moment. Oh, fish and waste. Fish in. We use for the waste finally. Nice. And is regular material. Okay. You know what? We got some of that. I maybe shouldn't have taken more than one in my inventory before doing this. Running out of power too. Alright, let's go, they broke my hatch. Well, we're out here. Let's take a look at the... Oh. Not in great shape. Alright. That is now rearmed. They were trying to get to the reactor and the batteries. You know what? Let's not keep clicking on absolutely everything. Yeah, they were trying to get to my battery storage. Everything's technically functional at the moment. We need to get moving. We're in a hostile zone. Repair that panel first. We picked up a new weapon chip. We're gonna keep the icicle ammo on us for now because we have to run out there. I think everything else could go. Right. Open, please. Being on the hill, throwing everything off. We managed. Let's get out of here. We're open because I need to run out there. Oh, we got stuff. We can't. Oh crap! We still got all this. I was in such a panic to get the weapon ammo manufacturer up and running. God, we still had a bunch of stuff to grab. Some material in here somewhere. So that's going to give us incentive to use more of our fission reactor because now we have a use for the waste and the manufacturing of ammunition. I get all this stuff. We're probably heading towards a storm real soon. Get everything loaded up real fast, and I'm still getting that warning that there's drones in the area. We are really not where we want to be parked. I don't want to keep ticking. I'm going to keep the smart material in my inventory that we picked up. We're invariably going to need to do repairs. Probably should take a med kit. Get on the road. Why is the engine been turned on all this time? Got scrap in front of us. Engine should have been off. We should have been taking power this whole time. That's going to hurt us. 3 minutes till storm. Oh, well, we were fully charged anyway. Nice having those 3 solar panels. I seriously think that there is an item limit that's on the ground. Because I frequently loot everything in an area. And then look back and there's new debris. That wasn't there before. Come on. Ooh, icicle ammo. Happy to find that. That door open? Wasn't. Alright, stop finding scrap so I can leave. Yeah, when we saw that, we figured there was going to be more heavy drones. And we are still getting... Oh, there's another one. We killed 3 of them. We're still getting an alert that there's drones in the area. Slow down a little bit. But there are no drones showing up on the overhead. We're not exploring all those. I'm just making sure there isn't, like, we didn't, you know, the first one didn't have anything in it. I didn't want to make the assumption that none of them ever would. I wanted to at least slow down a little bit and take a look as we went by it. All right, what else did we get in our inventory from stuff we picked up? Lots of smart material. That's good. When it gets down to us repairing things, we go through a lot of that. There. Yeah, I think that that's exactly what those are. They're road? Oh no, it's just rocks on the other side. I don't want to go full tilt through here because it's tight turns. We don't know what's coming around the bend. No, that was probably just a rock sticking out. I'm not gonna get out there. Anyways, it's storming. Oh, that's a big ominous tunnel. Unfortunately, we don't have any external lights, but it's pretty well lit. Slow down a little bit and kind of try to enjoy the tunnel. Oh, what have we here? We have an actual thing here. Brakes, brakes, brakes! Ugh. There's an actual station in the tunnel. Oh, cool. Did not expect that. Start a new journal entry. We had some more journal entries happen while we were on the move. So these drop pods from the ring, massive structure floating in the sky. Are all of the ring people our hostile? Oh, that's interesting. So, right, there's the big ring around the planet. This is implying that we didn't put the ring there. I always assumed that we did. Like, you know, the society built this thing around the planet. You know, maybe as the sun started dying down to just reflect, you know, energy or something. But they're saying, I guess this is we're making an assumption here. Maybe we did build it, and the people who moved up there now are angry at us. I don't know. Well, there's things we don't know about this. Reached the line. I finally reached the end of the line in this sector. A very secure base beneath the mountain. Don't know what lies beyond this mountain, but silence here is indifferent. Let's first just save. Right, that's always the best thing. Oh, base power is not charged. You know, I've been complaining. I see a thing over there. I've been complaining about how everything's always turned on when we get here. I also mentioned when we were in another building that the vents looked conspicuously large, like someone should be able to climb around in them. Here we go. Let's read the note here. That's another whoever the court guy is. Court's final message. Oh, in this sector. Beyond this tunnel, the physical world completely breaks down. The blizzards are merciless, and the ring's strike forces are everywhere. Crew and I are halting here to bolt heavy armor on the train. Oh, goodness. It's dangerous, but it's worth it. We are so close now, so close to the oasis. Beautiful, perfect, digital paradise we have spent generations building to escape this freezing rock. What is it going to be a hibernation thing? Like where we all go to like underground and just go all Matrix? That's what it sounds like. Like, you know, they're not making an effort to make a livable world anymore. Just somewhere that has power and can feed you while you're in VR. That's what it sounds like. Oh, he even says the oasis is the digital world. See, I'm speculating ahead of him. Anyway, we spent generations building to escape this freezing rock. So they're leaving this world because it's cold for another digital one. Is everyone there by now? So if it's a digital world, then it's going to be a room full of people who are in chambers, right? My package, what was it? I have to find out. I have to reach station 49. We're not going to pick anything up, right? Because we're going to end up filling our inventory. Oh, our inventory is almost full anyway. So let's inventory manage, and then let's go exploring. What do we need to get rid of? Rid of the icicle ammo. Confident we're not going to be shot at while we're down here. Barrel and smart material. All that out. I saw battery chargers here, but the station's batteries are power is off, so we don't. If it has any, we don't want to drain it. Let's store our used batteries here. Fresh ones with us in case we use our flashlights. We've got a couple of energy drinks. That'll be fine for sprinting around. Another one up there, I think. So this is going to be our first true non-environmental exploration, right? We explore the stations we get to, but they're not really, they're just buildings sitting out there. Now we're in a mountain and exploring an actual complex. So this is kind of a transition for the game, away from exploring with the train and exploring on foot. Now, hopefully this won't just turn this corner and we find the thing to turn it on. But it feels like, basically in the story, like this should be a substantial place. Because he said they stopped here to bolt down armor, heavy armor, and that's not a thing that we have. So what's this going to offer? We're not grabbing things, not grabbing things. There's connected network. That probably turned things on. These things we'll grab. Would expect to see 2 more panels. But we don't know what's powering this place, right? Because there's not necessarily any solar. Normally one of the panels is to turn on the solar panels. Oh, solar panels. That's interesting. Where's the sunlight coming from? Oh, cool. So like they built a window there. Okay. I accept that. Now did that open up that turn on the place in the front? I don't think this is going to lead to the front. That's fine. All right, I think I am going to start looting at these. We're far enough back that I don't want to have to come through here again. I like the green sheet. Wall to our left. I think that's going to take us back to the starting area. Someone of higher standing must have lived in here, because this is a much better room than that little hole in the wall that the previous one was. This is for... Really, it was that the exploration event was just going through there and pressing a button. That's what is the whole deal. We'll need to go back to the storage room and loot the crap out of it. Lock the gate. That was all turned on already. All. I think we'll go back to the train and unload our inventory. That's interesting. Oh, that's the generators on the other side of the wall. And get a couple of our used batteries and get them on a charger. Then we'll hit the storage room while things are charging. We genuinely have no use for all this material. So much stuff. There'll be more storage containers on top of more storage containers. I need to find a better place for this. Smaller. I think that's. I think. Still not ideal, but that's a better pass through. Can't jump. Rolling on the mouse wheel doesn't work on this. I need to get down to where I can actually jump. I can up here and do that. Okay. Getting down to where we can actually walk around. What I thought I was going to put in there. We're full on all of these, aren't we? Not gonna be able to get that. Wait. What? That doesn't work over here. Those are our unique build materials. Miscellaneous. That can be in here, that's fine. Oh. I knew better. Okay, there we go. Good now. Just managed. Those charging. I'm gonna wait on unlocking the gate just for dramatic pause. Look for this room. We're always happy to see those. I see these and I think of the Empire. Darth Vader. Every time I see it, that's what I think of. That's what the one we were turned on. Well, at least we got to press one button on one of them. There has been a lot more content in it than I expected. Very happy about that. I'm a little concerned that the datapad said they were going to bolt heavy armor on their train before going forward, and here we are looking to go forward without heavy armor. Did something new appear in our list? Oh. Let's try structure. Last floor. Cool. No. Shelves. I didn't realize we had shelves. Okay, so there isn't some unknown thing. Related to better defense. Go out there and let's see what happens. I'm not nervous. Inventory. Okay. Oh, that's in that. What? All right, we have smart material. We can make another one. We've been slowly collecting these seeds. They're the things that we would, if we were growing them, we would make med packs out of them. Don't need them. Just don't need them. We're here. Additionally, we always start a new one. How are we on canned soup? We got 6. We're running out of materials to make them because we've not been diligently engaging with this machine. Storm is starting. Let's get all this shadow breeze out of here. A lot of it. Material we need to make stuff. I'm gonna wait out the storm before we leave anyway. We'll make some drinks. See if these biogenerators have margaritas in them. Nope, just energy drinks. Nice finding Shadow Breeze again. We've been eating through our materials for making soup faster than we've been producing it. Now, I mean, again, it's just we have the materials to do it and do it in an infinite loop. It just takes actual material. Just power, you know. And we're on the road, and so we kind of don't want to use power unnecessarily. This place is really cool. I was thinking it'd be a little bit more complex of a complex. Neat. All right. We're at full power. We are. We're slow boating our way out of here. While the storm is still raging. I mean, you would think this wouldn't be too long of a tunnel because we were just inside the cave and we could see the sun. You know, we know how large the mountain is. Although we could be going along the ridge, but I'm expecting this won't be too far. It is a little bit longer than I expected. Minute on the storm. Also keep in mind that we are not drawing power while we're in here because we have no sunlight. Oh, that's perfect. Into the tunnel. This is the storm's gonna be ending. Point of interest as soon as we get outside. Oh, chapter 2, confrontation. The frozen ocean. Massive frozen expanse, stretching out as far as the eye can see. God, with countless islands. There be any other humans alive out here among the ice? So cool. I'm gonna want to run everywhere. I love running around the ice. I'm not going to do it because that's obviously there's not going to be anything around, like just all over the ocean. Nonetheless, want to. Suit mod! Yay! Finally found a suit mod core. Any of you might be going, what was those again? I will show you. Really. Go down to the ice. It is. There is mineable fissile material up there. I'm not going to run up there because that's going to be irradiated. Probably can hit it right from where we're at. Oh, perfect. Debating on whether or not I want to make more fissile material, but I think we're fine. Like, that's a full container there. Yeah, I'm not going to convert anymore because we keep finding it. We'll leave the raw here until we start running out of space on it. Oh, that's a great blue glow. That looks like please repair me is what that was saying. That was 5 out of 50. That one really needed repaired. Right, 11 minutes before a storm. Plenty of time. I'd like to get up to whatever that is. That doesn't feel to me like a place that a train is going to go to. Like we're going to wrap around this and go up that right there, and maybe have to get out and walk up there. We have a drone. Is it hostile? It looks like a recovery drone. I don't think it's a hostile drone. Platform here. Interesting, we're at a split. I think we want to take this side because I want to go up to that. I feel like that's the direction we want to end up going. Wow, look at that. That looks crazy. Rail going. That looks like fun. I want to blaze through it at high speed. I don't need to go there. I'm going to the station that will pass through. We're not gonna change the track. We're gonna go the way it's already set. But I just want to investigate. Actually, what I can do is go ahead and change it now. That way when we come back down, we can back up and just go across on it. Out. Then empty this room, right? Yeah. You get in minus, nope. Ooh, engine component. You get in minus loot everything mode and as you forget where you've been. The least efficient way I can get into my train. I can't help myself. Go through all these doors. Yeah. Oh, the suit mod core. Yeah, so that. Let's see if this is. I don't want to be out here in the open. Let's see if this takes us up to the thing up there, which looks pretty much like that's exactly what's going to happen. We're going uphill. It'd be cool if this was a dead end. Right, we've never seen a dead end. It always goes somewhere else and then it re-merges with the main track. If it dead ends and it becomes a destination instead of a waypoint. While I'm looking at that, get about before we come back out. Ah. Oh, that looks suspiciously like another pump. Yes, I've considered building a container there. But then I'd still have to transport all the stuff over here anyway when I wanted to use it. Inside, and then we'll do, pardon me, we'll take a look at the suit mod things. This is definitely a different architecture than we've seen in other places. Well, I mean, I asked, you know, for them to stop having the power turned on everywhere all the time, so I'm not going to complain about all the locked doors. Not sure why this door would be open if it's not powered. I thought this was the control center. It is. Well, that's interesting. That means find another way in. I just miss a hatch in that. I bet I did. That should be the room that has the interface. Panels are curiously laying around, but there's no hole in the wall. Watson, a mystery is afoot. Hey buddy, can you pick me up and take me over to the... I'm at myself. Nothing up here. But we could definitely make that jump. I don't see any reason to. That's the control room that can't get into. Nice glowing, juicy blueprint. We could, from the floor below us, we could probably jump onto that. We gotta go over there and see if there's a way in there. I have no idea how much time we have before the next storm hits. Check before we get out of the train. It's great having those functionalities now. You know, it's the little, the must-haves the Wood likes. Becoming more and more independent of the environment, self-sustaining. That's gonna be a plant room. Okay, so nothing has power. All we have is one room with a door stuck open and a curiously placed tower that we could jump onto everything from. Check on the weather and let's pull right up to the door, make sure the door doesn't open on its own. Don't expect it to. We've got 1 minute before the storm. Cannot be caught out there. I mean, it feels like we missed something up in that room, but like, what? It's not a deep room, right? What could we have missed? On top of that, I didn't see a place where we could jump down and then fall into it like an open space. The key has to be that room right there. We can get into a room just happens to be above the control room. The control room's going to have the buttons to turn everything on. We have to wait out the storm. It's starting right now. Inconvenient timing on the storms for for a stream. So guys, we have 5 minutes to sit around and chat. How's everybody's weekend? We're trapped in this little room till the storm passes, but that will give us a full 15 minutes to, truly explore the area. See if we can find something we've missed. And I couldn't help but to wonder, like, is there something salvageable with the material cannon that we could like just deconstruct the wall and waltz right on in? Oh, too far away from the heater. I'm starting to freeze. What our power look like? Let's back up a little bit and see, and just check the area. Make sure there isn't anything didn't notice. Like I said, we can get up there and like okay. Stop. I noticed a thing. Thought it was interesting, but didn't really make anything of it. I just spotted it again, and now this is the clue that we need. I don't know how to get in yet, but I think I know the way. Okay. Get back up here, and I'll show you what I was looking at, what I spotted just now. So, like, we had two pieces of 2 hints, right? 2 pieces of data. We had the control rooms here, and that we could climb up and jump onto things. And we mentioned that this happened to be very conveniently where we could jump on anything. That right there. Right there. I noticed that there were storage containers sitting up there on that second floor, and that there was debris on top of it. Because when we were in that building right there, there was a couple of panels leaning against the wall, like they hadn't been in use. The panel up there, just like it. Do you see what it's doing? It's like a diving board. It's literally constructed for you to get up on it, run across the plank, which is not a diving board, farmer. Across the plank, and jump across. That's not chance. That's there for a reason. So there's something that we couldn't see on top of the command center that if we jump across to it, we're gonna find, and it's gonna let us drop down and get into the control center where we can press a button and unlock this whole place. It's gonna work. Okay, so and we can talk about the suit mods over here. Suit mod. We have never been able to do any of this. Because we've never found the things. So it looks like we could have a heater. I guess we could be using it right now. An automated body heating system that activates when ambient temperatures drop down to dangerous levels. It consumes suit power. So yeah, I knew as soon as I called it a diving board, and like that one, it's a plank to walk. So for those who are not aware, Farmer and I have done plenty of Sea of Thieves. He mistakes the walking plank for a diving board, and he's wrong. Not a diving board. I would like to save up for 2 to get the anti-grav harness. Neutralize the weight of stored cargo. So it's not jetpack, right? It's actually going to expand our ability to carry stuff and not get over encumbered. And that would be awesome. So I don't know that the mods are interchangeable. Like if you put one in, I don't know if you can take it out. And we don't generally need that personal heater most of the time. So we're gonna not do that. Look at that. Look, that's not by chance. I noticed those also sitting out there and thought that was weird. And so that's, yeah, they're telling you. It's the visual clues to the puzzle. Oh, look at that. Really? The skylight has a button on it to interact. Because anytime someone wants to open their skylight, they're going to have to climb up there to do that. I guess they can reach it from down here. All right. The one we turn on first, right? Generator control. That should turn that on. There it goes. Love it. And then we'll connect it to, well, we're not connected to the network. This is just feeding power from that to here. Then there should be another button somewhere, unless it's already turned on somewhere else that is connected to network. These doors now are unlocked. I'd love to find another mod core. Oh, it's asking a lot. There it is. Disconnect from network. See, it was already connected. See, if we did that, then some of those doors should just shut off. Or this charges the local batteries. I don't remember which. Anyway. Important thing is that we now should be able to get into station, and it is a dead end, so it is a destination. Cool. It's a shame we can't turn our train around. I mean, I realize it's not practical, and for the point to the game, there's no genuine need to turn it around, but cool. This would also be another one of the neat outposts to live in. A little less neat if you're having to share a room with 3 other people. I mean, look, the bunk beds in here. Across the hall, someone has. Well, I guess that wasn't a bedroom. Relaxation area. They're so messy. I should zoom in on that in the post. I don't think those are actual letters. I say in post as if I'm recording this. I don't have the hard drive space to record these anymore. Which, by the way, for those curious about where Satisfactory has been, because I haven't been producing the episodes, genuinely, kind of, honestly, I don't have the hard drives for the space. I can't afford new hard drives. And I don't have anywhere to put the recordings to make new episodes. I'm kind of stuck in a uncomfortable limbo. Great, I'm not gonna be able to get up to my train. I'm gonna have to do it this way. Probably waiting until Black Friday and hoping that maybe I can find a way to buy a hard drive. Before we get into any of this stuff, let's get our train in here. And what's our primary weight on us? Oh, we picked up a blade. I didn't notice that. Let's how many blueprints we get? 9. Not a lot. Not a lot, but we don't have a lot of things that we need to unlock. Let's go ahead and do it. Because now we're not going to have to spend the 2 to unlock the blade, assuming that it can be built with only 1 blade. Alright. Mechanical parts. You may have those. 2 smart materials. Definitely have those. I love how this room's all glowy and blue. It's so cool. No way it could be better if it was glowing green. Component. No mechanical parts. That's fine. We can build them. We have the technology. We can build it. Smart material. Else. Oh, apart. Now, I don't really know where. I mean, I guess we could put it on top of over here. And then efficient blocked by other modules or placed indoors. Yeah, you imagine, right? If the wind turbine is placed indoors, that maybe it won't work too well. Go figure. It is a pain to get down this. Get. All right. Got the cold icons all around our screen too. Scrap goes down here. I get my inventory weight down so we can move some more. Did we forget our batteries at the last place? No? No, I don't think we did. Got a whole bunch of batteries now. Guess what we're building? Another chest. Full on hoarders at this point. Remember to start this thing up again. Armor is getting a look into our future for Project Zomboid, which we've been playing off camera. My obsessive storing of everything. He's completely unfamiliar for that. Storm starting. Ooh, new structural modules unlocked. Get the other wall pieces and stuff, probably. In which we're up to almost 3 hours. If we need to dissect this into 2 streams, because apparently there's more material than I thought. We're just now starting chapter 2. Ooh, power core. I forget about that battery. I know. Like, you know, when I'm out of material, I'm like, I just give me somewhere I need some material. Wow, that wind turbine's going crazy here indoors. Now we've got so much material, I can't figure anything to do with it. I can repair. Worth repairing. Halfway. Needs to be close to halfway before I'm going to waste material on it. I don't want to, you know, if it's like 1 point out over halfway, then I'm going to wait, you know. It takes a whole material. Like all the way down to durability 75 is going to be 1 material on this thing. I want to wait on it. I recognize that we have enough material to build 3 more trains. Also could make another engine, but I don't know where to put it. Also, we're often not running at full speed. Our engines are are working out just fine for us. But we did find another engine part while we were here. Oh, that needs repaired. This is one heck of a repair gun, you know, drill. Range of this sucker. Strangely, they never shoot the heater. They've shot the staircase. Oh, don't let me forget this. Got it. Another battery here. Other side. Encumbered. More soil. We use those to make the grow bed. Kind of written note left behind by Court. Why is Court the only person that leaves notes? And who is Court? We need to go back in our logs. I don't. Why he keeps calling this guy his friend Court? We're now in the most dangerous region of the planet. A literal battlefield. This is the front line. The place where war between the planet and the ring was at its most prominent and destructive. Hope you managed to navigate this area safe. Down, my dear Dorter. That is not an A. It's an O. Okay, see what A's look like? I can only hope I do the same. The orange is clear. So it's the internal and then internal monologue. The reading and then internal monologue. If I'm going to survive this area, I need to heavily reinforce the train's armor, upgrade its weapons even further. Which is, we haven't seen any options for that. Actually, did see unlocked modules. So it's these horizontal walls that we unlocked. Don't know what. Is this a half wall? A half wall. Okay. I don't know why it was so late in the game before we got access to those. On a window. So that'd be interesting. Like we could put like half height window, like so. Right, we could do half wall, half window. So it'd be like a, well, like a regular train. So yeah, I don't know why it took so late for us to get these, but I could definitely see them as a nice architectural thing. I wouldn't want to do it here because I've already done something fancy with the diagonals. They're cool. So like if I wanted to have like windows across here. We have a half height curves. Do. You know what? To get familiar with it, to experiment, let's do this. What this looks like. Got our new stuff. Go to the right menu to do it. Let's just assume we're going to do that for the whole thing. Oh, maybe not, because like this one I have a short window. If I can do that, I'm guessing that probably doesn't. I don't think we have a short half. Do not. I can't match it. In order for me to get this situated in here between those, I had to offset all that stuff. Oh, I can't even do the curve. So there's no way for me to. Did not block. What? Oh, now you want to let it. So I can't even put it over. What? Why? All right, failed experiment. Wouldn't let us do it. Back the way we had it. I mean, I like the way we had it. I'm really loving the design I came up with here. But it might be cool to have a half there. I could accept that. I don't think so the reason I don't think I want to do it with this is specific because it's our blue room. We can't get this if we put windows in here. Not to mention these are on the wall. So I want to keep the cool atmosphere of this room, so we're just not going to use them. Is there anything else that we unlocked? May or may not have been. Still don't have the glass floor. Not that we have a use for it right now. Huh. Looks like that was all we unlocked when we got here. With the half walls. Which definitely have potential. If my train wasn't already designed the way it is. You know, like if I didn't have these cool half things, like it wouldn't make sense. It would just look out of place for me to have a half wall here. It says we can't do the half glass. Yeah, just all right. Maybe do a half wall up here. Yeah, let's I want to incorporate it somewhere. Oh, we're out of power. Really out of power. Hook 0. Alright, what's your damage, Heather? Yeah, this would definitely be great with a window in here. Like a half window. What is going on? I can put it on the ground. Are you serious? I'm not gonna have it on the bottom. It doesn't make sense. That feels like a bug. Looking to see if there's a feedback. That feels like a bug to me. Why would you not be able to put them on top of half walls? Alright, let's see if we can outsmart this. Let me put it down somewhere. Thank you. Take this. Move it. Take this. That right there. We put that on top. No, we can't. Oh, that's alright. That's alright. Fine. We then build full wall. Okay. I was trying to get that offset so there would be a wall sticking up that wasn't a half wall. That would then allow me to put it on top of that, then delete it, and, you know. And we were able to put it on the half wall on the other side, but only if it was on the curve. So I think it's specifically we can't put it on top of just half wall. So can we... Pardon me. Can't even half window on top of a half window. They seem to only be able to be put on the bottom section. That's gotta be a bug. That doesn't make any sense at all. This room up here would be super cool with the half window. I don't want it to be a full window. It's just too much window. I want there to... The reason why that isn't window up here is because the train looks less structurally sound without some structural material. So since there's so much window down here, I don't want this to be one giant window. I want to have this structure like this, and then the half would cross, would be fine, and then you just have little windows in here. That would be phenomenal. But apparently it's not a thing. And put the suit mod in here, so I'm not going to use it yet. Oh, another battery. Where's the Bruin? Can't close the gate. I mean, not even far enough. Oh, we didn't go over there and check out. Let's go, 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 go. Ooh, get inside for the. Another blade. Now, remember, pardon me. Those are random. That is not pre-placed. At least from my experience. So we just got lucky on that. Now, it's entirely possible that they can't spawn before a certain point in the game. Like it may be that we could never have found one of those before here. But contents of those lockers is not predetermined from my experience. So finding 2 blades here might be a completely lucky happenstance. And I'm not against putting another turbine on top of the train. Don't know what I'm supposed to do with all this organic material. It's to build these things right here. But we have one. That's all we need. I can't even run. Go, 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 go. Oh, so slow. Come on, come on. Yep, freezing now. Go, go, go. There goes, look at the stamina going. Woo! Warm up, warm up. We need circuit board and. Or do we need a board? We need a mechanical log thing. Just a mechanical. Like it might need a circuit board. Great, not having to go out to this station to. That would start right here. I'm taking this. Make more. Oh, I tried to jump across that opening and couldn't jump. I don't know how I didn't fall in. That was luck. Ace. We're gonna be able to do more high speeding. High speed. Or fire weapons longer, you know, just having all that extra power input is gonna be fantastic. of space. Get too many seeds. Downstairs. Or just stop making new ones, right? I mean, I always make one to replace one. But if it uses up plant material to make them, I could just stop making them for a while. Not enough room in here for these either. Yeah, I'll stop for like 2 or 3 more of these plants. I could just eat up some seeds without running them into there. Every 2 seeds we don't make is an extra soup, effectively. All right. I think we're going to call it here. We have no idea how much more content is beyond this point. We're already at the 3.5 hour mark. Given that there seems to be more content to go, I'd rather save some more of it for next stream than stretch out a little bit more of it right now, kind of run out of our time, and then have even less that we can cover in the next death stream. But I think this is a good place to stop. It's literally the beginning of chapter 2. And explore again on the next stream. I think it's a good time. And we're at a nice dead-end destination, right? At the moment, we're in this little place. We'll back out and go. Yeah, I feel like this is a good stopping point. Thank you everyone for coming out. We had actually more people show up for this. This is excellent. Maybe I don't know if it's because I put out an actual video about this game, curated content. Maybe that got some visibility. But the game is fun, and I'm loving discovering new stuff, and that there's even more that I didn't know was here. So I'm looking forward to continuing to explore it to its end. Stuff I hadn't picked up. All right, save it, and let's call it. Thanks again for coming out. Enjoy what's left of your weekend. Be sure to leave a like on the way out. Community Discord, blah blah blah. You know all that stuff. Subscribe if you haven't. Patreon, blah 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 blah. Just let me know that you're enjoying this series. That's the important thing. Leave a comment, something. It's always good to hear from people. But thanks again, and we'll see you. Whether or not this is gonna be streamed next week, we're always trying to do community stuff kind of interlaced, or not. We'll see. We'll make that determination, and we'll post to the Discord when we know. So again, and there. If you enjoyed this, you may want to check out one of these other videos. And thank you very much for your time.